everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Platinum Draft League. We are here and we are getting ready for our Week 5 battle against Lily Avelia. This will be marking the first half of the season. So hopefully we start seeing some good stuff from this point on, because we kind of need to keep our cells high, keep our wins going, so that way we can get back on track. We are coming off against an unfortunate loss against IL Kid from last week. Clearly, after what happened in that match, it's made very clear to me that I need to actually look things over and implement my own strategies, and to make sure that when I'm actually doing these, that I actually catch mistakes and I fix them, because last week there were multiple mistakes I did not fix, and right now I think I'm seeing another mistake that I need to fix right now, so we will be doing that. But yeah, so it's been unfortunate. Sorry if you heard that ding. It's just update things. But yeah, we're here for another week, another battle. Big thing here is that we're going up against Lily Avelia. Sorry, I got distracted. If you know Lily, they're part of the PR. They are arguably one of the best, probably not arguably one of, if not the best battler in the league, because so far they are the only person to have made finals every single season, which is very impressive. Currently has 2 semifinal places and 2 finalist places. So hopefully we can come out with either a win or we can come out with a low differential loss. We're usually pretty good at those. But to start off, let us go over the team. So our opponent has Zapdos, Nihilego, Zygarde 10%, Tapu Bulu, Mr. Rhyme, Pinsir, Mega Lopunny, Necrozma, Empoleon, Palossand, Talonflame, and Crawdaunt. So there's a lot of power on our opponent's team. Obviously we have Mega Lopunny, who is incredibly fast and has an incredibly hard-hitting attack stat, along with Scrappy, so that way it doesn't have to worry about not being able to hit ghost types. We have Zapdos, who is super bulky, flying and electric type, who can tank a lot of hits, free Defogs, free Roosts. We have Necrozma, who is basically kind of like a prototype Mew. It has a lot of setup options with a lot of coverage. You have big walls like Empoleon and Palossand. You have big attackers like Nihilego and 10% Zygarde. There's a lot on this team that we need to be afraid of, and I think we've prepped a solid team to help us fight that. And first things first, it starts off with the Dairy Queen, our Vanillix. I don't say the names much, but I guess I can start saying the names. But yeah, if you look at the team we have here, it is very clear that the team is very Ice Weak. We have Pokemon like Zapdos, Zygarde, Palossand, Tapu Bulu. With Freeze Dry, we also catch Crawdaunt off guard. So we hit a lot with our ice moves. Obviously, having never miss blizzards is going to be great. It's very possible, knowing our opponent, that they could bring some sort of counter weather to try and stop that, whether it be something like sandstorm or rain. Not to really sort of support them, but just to stop us from being as offensive with the hail. But we are Scarfed, making us faster than everything on the team. Blizzard Freeze Dry for good ice stabs. We have Water Pulse as a little coverage for some things we might not be able to hit, like the Talonflame. And we have Aurora Veil, so if we're in a pickle and we know Dairy Queen's gonna have to go down, we can come in, set up an Aurora Veil for ourselves, and help out the rest of the team. But yeah, I think overall, this is going to be a great Pokemon this week. It's going to be definitely offensive. It's very possible it could even be a lead, but guessing that their lead is probably going to be Lopunny, I don't think that's very likely. Next up, we have our Aggron. I see my mistake. I'm fixing it right now, so you don't have to bully me in the comments. But we have our Mega Aggron here, making its return. Of course, we're rocking a 3-attack Stealth Rock set, Heavy Slam, Body Press, Stone Edge with Stealth Rocks. This set hits a lot of his team, especially some of the scarier Pokemon like Zapdos, Mega Lopunny, and Polion is even a bit of a problem because it's a unique type combo. So we hit a lot. We are especially defensive because we can tank most physical attacks, even things from Lopunny. I believe we have a chance to live 2 high jump kicks. If not, I can probably change that because I don't know how much attack is useful. But yeah, I didn't want to run Earthquake because even though Earthquake is good this week, he does have the option of having grassy terrain, which would make Earthquake not as good. But for the things that we want to hit with Earthquake, like Empoleon, Nihilego, we have other coverage moves that we can hit them with. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty solid, I'd say. I think this is going to be a great unit. Next up, we have Licky, the Kiss Reject. So Licky is coming back as the Wish Passer that we need because having Aggron and having Vanilluxe super healthy is going to be great this week. It also helps out a lot with Ursula because Tapu Fini has a hard time kind of keeping itself healthy with just leftovers and maybe Draining Kiss, so having wishes to pass around is going to be great. So we're rocking that Wish Protect just so that we can keep ourselves healthy. We also have Body Slam just for generic damage, also for chance to para, and we have Toxic for the big walls like Zapdos and who else was on that list? I think Palo was on that list? Yeah, Palo was, because I can't hit Palo with Licky. So we have some options here. Obviously, if this is going to be my Wish Passer, I need to make sure that it stays healthy by Wish Protecting itself. I don't think he has any way to get through our Protects. He does not have an Infiltrator. The only thing could be if he tries to run a Feint set, but that seems very, very, very niche, and I don't think that's something he really wants to risk. Because I don't even think Feint could really kill me from most ranges. We are especially defensive because I see myself coming in on a lot of special attackers. Pokemon like Zapdos, like I said before. Nihilego, we can come in on. Necrozma, if it's a special set, we can come in on that. And then Wish Passing to things like Aggron, it will be very good because it keeps Aggron healthy and allows us to use it longer. So yeah, I think this is going to be a great Cleric for the week. Hopefully we can keep it healthy in the back. If we need to, we can drop a few Toxics, drop a few Body Slams. We will see. I think that's going to be a good Pokemon this week. Next up, we have Physically Defensive Tapu Fini returning once again. This is a great week, another great week for Physically Defensive Tapu Fini, because even though we're not rocking Haze, which I definitely should have used, but we'll look past that. This is a great counter to Mega Lopunny, surprisingly, because since Return is banned with the current formatting that we're using, it doesn't have the strongest stab unless it wants to run like Double Edge or wants to run a bit of a weaker Facade. And we take high jump kicks. The only thing could be if they're running Thunder Punch, that could be a bit scarier. But I believe with Draining Kiss, we do a lot of damage. We can heal up a bit, and it'll keep us nice and healthy. We're not running Water Stab this week, because the only things we would really need Water Stab for are Talonflame Palossand, and Palossand dies to Ice Beam. Talonflame can't really hurt us and takes a lot from Ice Beam, so it's not that big of a threat, honestly. I'm saying that now, and the Talonflame's going to sweep me, but we'll see. But even if he tries to do things, I don't think he wants to stay in, because he doesn't know if we have a water move or not, so that could be good to our advantage. But yeah, we're also running Knockoff Defog again, so we can keep Hazard off the field. That'll be very important, especially for Vanilluxe, because Vanilluxe is weak to hazards, so we don't want to take a lot of damage from rocks. And Knockoff's just good for swaps, so we can get items off of Pokemon, make them less useful, hopefully. Next up, we have our Raichu, Biggie Cheese. Raichu is making a turn this week because even though he has 2 strong ground types, I think Raichu will be a great pivoter. Because looking at the odds, I don't think he will bring both ground types, because if he does, then he kind of becomes vanillish fodder. So I'm only banking on one, and it's probably going to be Palo, because it's bulky and it's a great check to Mega Egg Run. So having Raichu here is still fine. We have our Magnet to boost our Thunderbolt's Volt switches. We also have Surf to get that Palo if it tries to come in on us. Plus, if it's late game and we know we can set up with a nasty plot and kind of go in, then we can set up with a nasty plot, go in. Obviously, only things that stop that are Mega Lopunny, because I'm pretty sure Mega Lopunny just flat out OHKOs us because we're pretty weak. And if Talonflame goes for something like a strong fire move, then it could also take us out. But this could be an interesting late game cleanup mon. It's also a good pivoter. So we can get in, we can pivot around, and we can send in something that would better handle the situation, which will be awesome. But yeah, I think overall this can be a good choice. And then finally, we have our Noivern Hausvern, because everyone always asks Wyvern, they never ask Hausvern. We're rocking heavy duty boots, so we don't have to worry about hazards, and we're rocking Frisk, so that way we can scan out items. I think this will be a great combo to have with Feeny, because if I'm able to scan out items, I can know what I want to knock off and what I don't need to bother knocking off, which is great. We're rocking Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, U-Turn, Roost as a moveset. I think this Pokemon is kind of just going to be to scare out things that don't really want to stay on us, like Zygarde 10% because we can outspeed and kill. Pokemon like... or other options. We can scare out Lopunny because it can't do a lot to us without return. We can scare out slow Pokemon that we're trying to revenge killing. It gives us free Roosts, which keeps us healthy, and it will boost us up so that way we can see that. I don't know why I'm switching over to that screen. I have the thing on screen so that way I don't have to do that. It's sitting right here and I can just look at it, but I'm not. Oh well. Yeah, so this is going to kind of be just a keep pressure on his team, comes in for revenge kills or to threaten a revenge kill, and then can U-turn around and keep itself healthy with Roost. It's just going to kind of be a kind of a pest. It's just going to be there to always be in the back, keep our opponent on their edge, so that way they go down to certain things. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's the team. One final look, make sure I didn't make any more mistakes. All Pokemon have natures, all Pokemon have correct and legal movesets, I can even validate it, yup. So yeah, it all seems pretty good, and the battle is probably going to happen in about half an hour to an hour-ish, so I will see you all then. Okay, so it's been a bit, but we're here. We have the invitation set. I've got all of my sets imported. We've got our notes out. So let us see what we have in store. Hit accept. Alright, so this is what we're rocking with. I think I expected a lot of this. Lopunny, Bulu, Zapdos, Emp, brought Necrozma, but instead of Nihilego or Zygarde, he brought Pinsir. So no ground type. That actually is great for our Raichu. And I already sent out the invitation so everyone can come and watch. There we go. Okay, so this is pretty well planned. The only thing that's unexpected is Pinsir. And I don't really know what Pinsir wants to do in this fight, but we will see. I think probably, if I had to guess, it is Lil, so I would say they want to go and lead Lopunny first, so they can Mega and get the Mega off. That's probably what I'm thinking is best bet. So I think ideally we want to lead Tapu Fini, because we know Fini can tank pretty much anything, because if I look at my Fini set, low punny, even if it has Thunder Punch, it's really only doing like 32 to 38. What if it has double edge? Could do a lot if it has double edge, but I don't think it's having double edge. So we'll bring out Ursula first. Yep, low punny comes out first. I figured as much. We're probably just going to get fake outed here, so I'm just gonna take it. Yup, that's pretty standard. He knows a bit about how defensive we are because that's right in our range, so he probably knows that we're being super defensive about this. If I had to take a guess, I would say Bulu or Zapdos comes out here. He could also go Empoleon, so I'm actually gonna click knockoff. Bulu does come out, gets rid of our Misty Terrain. We knock off. Ooh, we knock off an Assault Vest. Alright. So we knock off a vest. Very interesting. I've used a very similar set like this. Especially defensive. So what comes in on this is the question. I think it gets to be mod. Okay. Who comes in on this? I would want to say Aggron, but Aggron's not Mega. I think, honestly, it might be you. It might be Noivern. But if I get hit with a Stone Edge here, I am taking a lot. But I still think that's a safe bet, so I'm going to bring out Noivern. Oh, he did go raw for the Stone Edge. Oh, no. Ooh. The raw Stone Edge, was not expecting that. I thought it was a possibility, but I did not think would happen. Okay, so then I'm going to U-turn. Oh, is this a helmet? It's not a helmet. Okay, I was very worried for a second that it was going to be a helmet and I was just gonna bot myself. So for Empoleon, I think our best bet is Mega Aggron. Because we come in on Emp. We click Body Press, it's an easy 2-co, even if they are defensive. Only problem is if we do get the Skull Burn. So I think the Skull is pretty obvious. I'm just going to go straight for the Body Press. Turn 1 burn, off to a solid start. Oh boy, this is going well, you know. And in the back of my mind, I knew I should have been running Heal Bell and Licky Licky, but I didn't. Well, shit, eh? Zapdos comes out. We're gonna get our rocks up. And then I think for Zapdos, if it's a utility set, I have to add the burn now, unfortunately. It could just whittle us down. I think our best bet here is Licky. Yeah, Licky Licky's the best bet. U-turns out. Okay. Necrozma comes in. So probably what's gonna happen here is they're gonna go for setup right away. Because knowing Lil, this thing is here for setup. Could be D-Dance, could be Calm Mind, could be a subset. I'm gonna go for a Toxic. It is a subset. I should have known. Alright, well, let's Body Slam the sub away as he gets free setup. Calm Mind, alright. We do not pop it with 1, so he is running a defensive Calm Mind. Alright. So I know he's just gonna click sub again, so I'm just gonna body slam. Yeah. I honestly think we just lose to this set. He just gets free calm minds all day. Sub kind of just bodies us. Aggron's burned. The rest of my Mons are special attackers. I think he honestly just wins with this. Power Geyser. We do live, so that's nice. It's very possible he goes for another one, but I think, honestly, he's just gonna set up again. Yeah, I'm not risking that. I don't risk that. Does Power Geyser go through Protect? Hold on, I think. Doesn't say anything. That's Max Geyser. Game, please. Photon Geyser, what is this? It is Photon Geyser. I don't know, I thought it was Power Geyser. Got all these fucking ads. I'm just gonna click Body Slam again. Free Photon. I think to be safe, he is just going to set up sub again, because he knows he guaranteed lives 1, so I'm gonna hit up Wish. Oh no, he actually went for the kill. Awesome. I don't think I have anything to punish though, however, because he is at +2 Calm Mind. I'm pretty sure this thing just bodies us, because our only other physical attacker is currently burned, so... I'm gonna be, I don't think, yeah, no. Sub, Calm Mind, Power Geyser, Earth Power. So he does not have Moonlight. If he had Moonlight, I'd be crying in the back. Earth Power. Yeah, Earth Power easily outdamages us. Noivern's faster, but with +2/+2, we do 0 damage. I think this thing just sweeps us, honestly. Because let's see, Aggron, we die to 1 Earth Power. Feeny, he can easily just set up another sub. Vanillux, we get a Blizzard off, but it's not going to do any damage, and he kills us. Raichu gets a Thunderbolt off, but he does no damage. I think we lose. I think that's just it. I think we just lose. There's no way around this, unfortunately. I think my best bet right now... I have no best bet. I die to anything. This is it. Because if I bring in Ursula to try to knock off, he's just gonna sub. But I think he kills us anyways. Actually, he doesn't. I think that's it. I think we have to go Ursula. So I'm gonna bring in Ursula. I have to click knock off. He's probably just gonna go for another sub. Hopefully we get a high roll. Hopefully we get a high roll and we can just bash in the sub. Nope, not a high roll. Oh wait, he's running defensive, I forgot. He's running some form of defense. Because then he just gets another substitute up. Yeah, he's running some form of defense, unfortunately. Oh no, he just goes for a photon. Yeah. I definitely super under prepped for Necrozma. Damn. Alright, if Noivern is this my best option for damage? It's... oh. I'm just gonna go... oh wait, I've set up my own Misty terrain. Alright. We're gonna U-turn. Bro, does it? I don't think it calcs. It does not calc for Prism Armor. Oh, game. Game. That thing dies. Yeah, I stand no chance. It's an L. It's an L across the board. We get 6 damage off with a heavy slam. Very nice. Yeah, I'm just so stupid. I did not prep at all for the Necrozma, and it just swept through me. How could I have done that? I know he's a setup person. He likes setup, and he just got a free 6-0 off me because... ugh! Honestly, I have no one to blame but myself for that.
I almost feel bad, but...
no, you shouldn't. You played well.
Did exactly what I wanted it to do.
You shouldn't have to feel bad for being good at video games.
Oh, I'm not good at all video games.
Not at all. It's not like you're one of the only undefeated teams in the league so far.
Yeah, Drav and I were talking yesterday, and we felt pretty certain that Bandit Urshifu did a lot of work, especially since we thought if you ignored Pincer, chose to ignore the Pincer that hasn't been coming completely, it really just ran through me.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't bring Urshi. I think it was just the fact that you had Zapdos and then 2 solid revenge killers in Lopunny and Talonflame. I just got scared.
Apparently Bandit 2-shot Zapdos.
Does it?
Even with Darkest Lariat.
Yeah, I should have known. It's you. I should have known you'd do the crazy setup stuff.
That's why when I didn't see Frisk pop up, which now that I think about it, it's like, oh duh, I got knocked off. Why would it pop? I was like, oh, he's Infiltrator for my sub shenanigans.
Nope, I was not.
That's an oof.
And then I didn't plan for it, but the second that Necrozma hit the field, I realized, oh, he's clicking sub setup, and there's nothing to do at that point.
Yeah. I was originally bringing sub Bulu with Swords Dance, but I think the combination of Noivern and Aggron just made it impossible for it to ever safely set up.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, do any work, because one, I had to have either close combat or have Stone Edge as that secondary move.
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't drop like Wood Hammer and just rely on like Corn Leech?
Well, if I was substitute, I would have.
Oh well, yeah. If
had
you
to
were
drop
sub
two
setup,
moves.
yeah.
I did actually have no Wood Hammer and then just sub 3 attacks. And then I put on Necrozma and I was like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need 2 submons.
Yeah, no, you played really well. Yeah, you just played really well. There is nothing I can really do about it.
I have to stop forgetting about Body Press, to be honest. I was like, what is this gonna do? When Aggron came out versus Empoleon, I was like, what is this gonna do?
Yeah, it was Body Press. I knew, because I knew in the back of my head, I was like, you know, I have terrain. Maybe I don't have to run Heal Bell. I don't have to worry about burn. And then turn 1, you get an immediate Skull Burn, and then everything just shatters after that.
Yeah, I brought my own terrain. I brought it immediately in on Finny.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty ready just to shut down Misty.
Yep. Oh.
The speed on Necro and Bulu was specifically for Finny. Defensive Finny, which I felt like was your best law punny answer.
And it was, yep.
Yeah, I didn't actually like law punny because Finny shut down so hard, but if I got it out of the picture, I felt like law punny went in.
And it did.
Yeah. I'm sad Pincer didn't hit the field. I was excited to bring him.
It showed up. It did its best. What's really weird is I noticed in damage calculators, it looks like that the damage calculators do not recognize the Prism Armor damage reduction, so I was doing less damage than I should have been, according to calcs at least. It does not.
I thought it did.
Because I was looking at it, when I did that U-turn, it said like it did 10%, and I think max it should have done like, or min it should have done like 15, so I'm like, okay, I don't think it shows it.
Let me see.
Because let me look it up.
That's really weird. It's been around a whole gen now. You would think it...
I mean, it could have also just been your investment that I just didn't have right, but I don't know.
Yeah, it says to 11 for me.
Yeah, so it
with timid nature.
So it just doesn't calc. That's fun.
Something was going screw with your calc.
I don't know. It might have just been I didn't have the right investment. On you, at least.
Yeah, I just went a lot of defense. I was pretty okay just being bulky and not worrying too much about my other stats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that match was all my fault. I feel like I've just been not prepping as well. Like, I feel like I just kind of throw things at a team, say whatever, and then it just falls apart.
I hope I didn't end up rushing your prep by needing to bail so early in the week.
No, I can prep really whenever. I just usually save it till later, so I had no problem prepping, but I definitely should have gotten a second, third. Any opinion?
Yeah, that would have helped.
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
Especially
for the future.
Necro finally got his game. He's been coming, saving the day, but then not doing much else.
Yep, and then he got his perfect time to come in and sweep.
Yeah, I think he's been a setup set every time I brought him. He just hasn't been able to get it off till this game.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, it was good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
I hope you continue
Good luck
to do
in
well.
the rest of your season.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.
Alright, take care.
You too.
Alright. So, that was that. I can't be too upset about it because I just made stupid poor decisions. But what are you gonna do? Hold on. Sorry about that. We're back. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah. It was an unfortunate match, to say the least, but that's just me being me. Who knows? Hopefully from now on, like I said, it's the halfway point. So hopefully this is a turning around point for us where we stop going back and forth and we just go forwards. Next week we go up against the Chicago White Sox and Shad. This is the man who we took down at the end of last time. They have some interesting components to their team. They have the Mega Mawile, who is super offensive but also super slow. Rillaboom, who is a great terrain setter and super powerful. Hawlucha, who can abuse terrain and can set up with a Swords Dance. So it's going to be interesting to see how and if he can use Hawlucha when there's two possible terrains bouncing around each other. So it's going to be interesting to see. But like I said, I think from this point on, we just gotta take prep more seriously and just overall just kind of be safer. Get a second opinion because it's become very obvious to me that I'm missing the big threats. But yeah, whatever. You win some, you lose some. But that's going to be all I have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this, and goodbye.